Hello everyone and welcome in. I hope everyone is doing well. Positive healing vibes to all the subscribers, the viewers, and the world out there. Today we are going to take a look into Scorpio's week ahead for June 22nd through the 28th. In this message, we are first going to tap into the energies with the Psychic Tarot here. Then we will do an overview message with the Fairy Tarot and dig a little bit deeper into the message with the traditional deck. I'll clarify as well as pull a few oracle cards at the end. If it's something you guys are interested in, you are more than welcome in joining us. So let's see here, Scorpio, what we can see for you guys for June 22nd through the 28th. For the astrological sign of Scorpio spirit. What does Scorpio need to see here? What is the most important message for this week? It's the World card. Let's get a few more cards out here for you. And we'll talk about this. There's the sense of something's completing. I feel like you're at a crossroad here. Have the Two of Wands energy on the bottom of the deck. There's something here that you're wanting to bring together, or somebody's wanting to bring together. But there's a little bit of a resistance here to this coming together. There's 2 2s and 2 3s and 4, but it's scattered all over the board, and it also looks like it's kind of digressing here, Scorpio. Let's take a look. The World card is like that completion of a cycle, so there has been something that's ended here. Something that has been completed. Most important message here for Scorpio spirit. What does Scorpio need to see for June 22nd through the 28th? There's a sense of waiting too. Somebody is waiting. Something was imbalanced here, and I feel like you ended up walking away from this, or the other person walked away. Somebody walked away from this imbalance, and I feel like it wasn't easy to process this. It wasn't easy to move away from this, but I do feel like this recalibrated this situation. Maybe it recalibrated your thinking about relationships. Okay, I do feel, however, there's a bit of feeling conflicted or resistance here. Let's get a couple more cards out for Scorpio spirit. There is going to be balance that's going to be brought to the situation, but you're going to have to focus on what's fair, what's just. That's where the victory is going to come in. What is the fair thing to do here? What's the honest thing to do? Let's dig a little bit deeper into this message with an original tarot deck. You know what I'm seeing here also? There was a situation here that somebody walked away from, whether this is you or the other person. And I feel like somebody is waiting for this to come back around. They may know that this is a cycle. No more waiting. No more waiting. Let's take a look here, Scorpio, what we can see for you guys for June 22nd through the 28th. All right, Scorpio, so I'm gonna put the cards out that I have, and we'll talk about this as we go along. I do feel like there is a need to kind of, not necessarily no more waiting. What I feel like the Hermit in reverse here is symbolizing is there's a need to kind of push yourself out of that comfort zone. Okay, and I feel like this is having to do with your healing process. So we do have a lot of cards here that are symbolizing no more waiting or no more sitting around. Okay, it's time to actively pursue. Okay, it's time to actively pursue this. Time to look into a situation. It's time to do the research. It's time to take the steps that you need to take to make sure you're secure and stable within yourself. I feel like in the past, this indecisive energy is what's held you back for so long. Not being certain, not knowing, one foot in, one foot out type of energy. I feel like you ultimately wanted something that was more stable, something that was more grounded, solid, but maybe, you know, I always like to say there's three sides to every story. There's your side, there's their side, and there's the truth. Your side of what happened, their perception of what happened, and then both of yours combined of what really happened, okay? And maybe for the longest time, you were allowing other people to control the situation more than you'd like to admit. And I feel like here in this reading, we're seeing here, Scorpio, you're taking your power back, okay? You're moving forward. Hermit in reverse with the Nine of Pentacles, the Strength card, the Temperance, the Ace of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this may come together very slowly. I do feel like there is a need here to focus on balance, focus on that self-acceptance piece. A lot of times the Strength card is, it can involve shadow work, okay? It's like accepting those perceived flaws that you may have thought held you back. I like to use the analogy when you have an obnoxious laugh and people your whole life have told you that your laugh is loud and obnoxious, and then you find that one person that loves your laugh, you know, those are the perceived flaws that I'm talking about. You have this outlook that your laugh is terrible, and there are people out there that enjoy your laugh. You just have to find those people that are in alignment with you. And that's just an analogy. That's not, I don't know if that is pertaining to you personally. It could. Whatever you've gone through in the past though, Scorpio, there's a need here to release the sadness, okay? It's time to leave the past in the past. It's time to put one foot in front of the other. I do feel like this is moving very slowly. Slow and steady wins the race. A big emphasis on this acceptance piece, right? Self-acceptance. So maybe there is a need here to do some shadow work, to get in touch with the positive aspects that you enjoy about yourself, and also being aware of those negative aspects, you know, the things that are hindering you from moving forward. That way you can look into how to correct those behavior patterns, okay? It's okay to proceed with caution because you've been hurt. You've been hurt before. You are having to walk away from something. There is something that you're moving away from. Now, whether you have already moved away from this, some of you, this is in the process of happening. All in due time. But I will say this, Scorpio, no more waiting. No more waiting. So let's get some advice here moving forward for Scorpio. I'm going to do an extended version to this reading, Scorpio. In the extended version, we'll take a look into where this is headed. What is to come of all of this? What are the next steps moving forward? We'll also take a look into the outcome if the guidance is followed. Pull out the Archangel cards for the blessing, the Soul Truth deck for the lesson. If that's something you guys are interested in, you are more than welcome in joining. There's a lot of confusion surrounding the situation that you're walking away from, okay? And it could very well have to do with watching tarot readings, because especially if you're watching generalized tarot readings here, Scorpio, sometimes they can resonate fully. That message is going to be fully, full on for us. Sometimes parts will resonate. Sometimes we'll think that it's resonating with our situation because we have a certain idea in our head of how we want this to turn out. And then when that doesn't happen, we're disappointed. There's a need here, if you are watching tarot readings, either get a personal reading for clarification or trust your intuition. And here's what I always say: trust, but verify. So trust that the information is true, but verify that the information is true. This situation that you're walking away from, I feel like you may have thought this was a soulmate connection. This very well may have been feeling like a deep bond. I feel like this was more of a karmic connection here, and it caused a lot of confusion in your life by having to go through this process. Because when it's a soulmate connection, everybody wants that soulmate connection. I feel like people want soulmate connections without the understanding of what that process is or what those lessons look like. I will say that the Five of Swords is coming out, so beware of sneaky behavior. Beware of somebody around you that's being sneaky. Focus on your goals. Focus on your goals, because this situation here that you're walking away from, I feel the sense, Scorpio, that it is a karmic connection. Now you're going to know if that's resonating for you or not. And how I like to say you will know is you're going to feel it. It's going to hit you like in your gut. Okay? You're intuitively going to know if this person is meant for you or not. You're not going to need a tarot reader to tell you this. You're going to have a feeling that you just can't shake no matter what. So, Scorpio, card that's coming out here for you guys, your soul journey card, is honesty. If you guys are finding that this message is helpful, that it's resonating with your situation, please give it a thumbs up. All the love and support is very much appreciated, and it does help with the growth of the channel. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Being truthful with others is a slippery business. You are expected to tell and expected to be told white lies. No one wants their feelings hurt, but sometimes a strong dose of reality is needed. No one can tell you definitively in what circumstances an untruth would be better, but honesty is usually the best policy. You and only you know in your heart when the right time is to be totally honest. The only time you must absolutely be truthful is when you are addressing yourself. You must at all times present yourself authentically to those around you. Only by being yourself do you draw in the people and circumstances that you most need to learn from. Beautiful, Scorpio. There is a sense that a significant lesson is being learned here. Being honest with yourself is the best policy. Taking a step back and looking at the situation perspectively, okay? So from everybody's perspective is what's going to help you to see what exactly needs to take place in the situation for each individual person. I am getting a big sense, though, that there is some confusion surrounding what exactly the type of connection this is. I will say, Scorpio, if you are focused on what this connection is, there's a deeper lesson that needs to be learned in that. The purpose of these connections ultimately is to help us ascend to a higher level. It isn't a means to an end. So, Power Thought card. I release all fears and doubts. I now choose to free myself from all destructive fears and doubts. I accept myself and create peace in my mind and heart. I am loved and I am safe. Beautiful, beautiful, Scorpio. So, Scorpio, that is the message I have coming out for you guys for this week. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing the content. You guys are all amazing. Again, if you want to get in on the extended version, the link is below in the description box. Otherwise, thank you guys again so much. And I look forward to seeing your beautiful souls again soon. Namaste.